Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here, and I've got an iPhone 5 case to show you today. This one comes to us from Urban Armor Gear, UAG for short, and they do offer this case in a wide variety of colors. I've got it in white and kind of a shade of blue here, and then a gunmetal. And the official names of these colors will be listed on their website. I'll link in the description of this video as to where you can pick up this case along with additional details about it. Inside of the packaging, which by the way is going to look just like this, you are going to receive a clear screen shield. And you're also going to get a microfiber wipe that's tucked away in here along with a squeegee to apply that screen shield. I'm going to start off with the white, and then I'll show you the other color selections relatively quickly at the end of this video. But the inside, you can see, is also well protected. You kind of get this honeycomb design. And the way I always say to install these things, buttons first, lay that corner in, and then simply just snap in the other side. And that's really all there is to it. Now, if you notice here, you're going to see there's no bubbling of the screen shield, which by the way, I do have a screen shield on. No lifting, no bubbling, so I would venture to say you should be in good shape for the most part. I'm not sure how it would work if you've got one of those glass type screen protectors. I don't have one, so I can't test that out. You're also going to notice right where my thumb is that you get a decent level of lay on the table design. What I mean is, notice how this area right here comes up a bit above the screen. If I lay my phone down on the table or on a flat surface, the screen of the phone's not going to be touching the surface, the case is, so that's what I mean by that. Down below, this is how everything looks, and there's no distortion or issues with mic pickup or sound coming out of the speakers. You can see the lightning port there, and that should work with pretty much all the cables that exist, at least at the time of this video, with the exception of maybe the 30-pin to lightning adapter that doesn't have the cable attached. Your headphone jack should work with most headphones, although if you've got a real large oversized connector, you could run into issues there. Along this side, you can see how that's going to look. Your buttons are covered for volume. Nice adequate room to flick this switch for silent if you so desire, and the buttons that are covered are very responsive, very tactile, and they work really well. Same thing with the one up atop that's covered, very tactile, very responsive. As we look at the back side of this case, it's really interesting. It's kind of a militaristic sort of industrial design that I like, and it simulates or makes you think that you've got some rivets or bolts in the back of this case, but it's just part of the material. It's not actual bolts, so kind of a cool look. You got some UAG logo right there in the middle, and then there is your camera cutout, and it is lined with black, and I've tested it. There's no issue with whiteout in your photos, so you don't have to worry about that. It all works really well. This is a very nice case to hold. It's surprisingly light, and you can see it really doesn't add a ton of bulk. You would think a case like this would, but it's not all that bad. Yeah, you're going to get some bulk with this, but not too bad. And again, surprisingly light. So I am very impressed by this. Let me go ahead and show you, just for color's sake, what these others are going to look like. And usually I take these cases off. I would kind of push down on the corners like you saw me do there to remove it. And then of course, I also like to put the switch in the mute position. Just something I usually would do there. So here is what that bluish one is going to look like. And I'll just show it to you rather quickly here so you get an idea for that. And it's kind of that blue and black. Real nice case again. And then we'll round it out with the gunmetal. And as you can see here, it's not too difficult to take off. Requires a little bit of effort, but certainly not a difficult thing to do. Let's go ahead and put this gunmetal one on. And I'll snap this corner into place. And here we are. And again, all the buttons are very responsive on this. So you can see what this one's going to look like. Very nice case. You know, I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I think it provides a wonderful level of protection from drops. It's going to absorb impact really well. and I'm quite pleased with it, especially considering it doesn't weigh a whole heck of a lot. It's very nice indeed. It is the Urban Armor Gear case. It's available now. I'll link to where you can pick this up in the description of my video. But for now, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. If you guys have questions, comments, or feedback, as always, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Take care, everybody, and have fun.